Hey guys, this is Dan from Manhattan Physical Therapy, and today we're going to talk about some exercises that can get you ready for a Tough Mudder, Spartan race, or any one of those obstacle course races. I have Brian and Hazira with me from Equinox, and we're going to go over some simple exercises that we can do. So, Brian, you're training for a Tough Mudder, you're training for a Spartan race. Where are we going to start? What are we looking at?
Yeah, could start from a lot of places, that's for sure. Today we're going to dial in on the grip strength, and mainly because there's a lot of climbing. And pulling on ropes, climbing walls, you're gonna require a lot of grip strength, be able to hold on to things, carrying heavy objects that are a little bit uncomfortable to carry. They don't have handles on them, although today we do have handles. So we're gonna target that grip strength and being able to hold and squeeze. And just our daily lifestyles, the reality is, like, when are we really walking around carrying 50, 70, 80 pounds? It's not happening a lot anymore for us. It's just not part of our lifestyle. So really important place to start with the program.
Gotcha. So we have some exercises.
Yeah, so Hazira's gonna start here with the farmer carry. Okay, so, having grown up on a horse farm, I do understand the concept behind the farmer carry. So carrying heavy water buckets around the farm, this is very similar to that. So we're definitely looking for a few things here. This is gonna be a lot of grip strength, but also just kind of strengthening up that proper posture and staying nice and tall and rigid. So to pick them up, even starting there, right? Because you might see some people do that incorrectly. We're gonna hinge over, just like we're doing a deadlift. Good, driving up, good. And then we're gonna do a nice walk, and it's gonna be a slow walk. A lot of people like to rush through those farmer carries, so nice controlled walk, keeping the feet under the hips, okay?
What's the benefit of doing this slowly versus doing it quickly?
Yeah, I mean, we don't wanna rush through it. You can continue walking a little bit, and you can even turn around so that they can see as you walk back away from them, Yeah, you don't wanna be rushing through it. We wanna be able to build up the grip strength. So if you try to make it happen as quickly as possible, it's almost like a plank, right?
Yeah.
So think of it as like a walking plank. And then we're gonna turn around and hinge it over and set them down nice and carefully. Excellent, good.
Gotcha. So we have our farmer's walks. Let's talk about, because now we know with the Spartan races, carrying things and sometimes in one hand and carrying things that are weird weights and weird positions. So what exercise would you do for that to prep people and getting people ready for those kind of activities?
Yeah, I would say that the next step for the farmer carry would be the unilateral carry, so carrying in one side. And we're definitely gonna be looking at a lot of things on this, making sure that they're not leaning or twisting too much. Let's drop down the weight when we go to that, just because it's definitely gonna be more challenging. So grabbing, let's say a 20 even to start. And same concept, we're gonna hinge over nice and carefully. Now, as you pick up a weight, obviously on one side of your body, you can stand up and just stand there for a second. Yeah, stand up at the top, just pause there, cool. So as you pick up one weight on one side of your body, of course, naturally, what's gonna happen? You're gonna wanna lean, right?
Yeah.
And be dragged. So now we have to pull back, and we're really having to engage those core muscles to keep that torso nice and upright. So then same concept as the farmer carry, maybe keeping it just a little bit off your waist. Good. And then the hand here, you can do a lot of things with. This will be the hardest variation. Up would be good. And staying nice and rigid and resisting that urge to lean, and then turn around so they can see from behind. And we're gonna walk away from the camera and kind of think about punching that right hand through the floor, and that's gonna keep that nice and upright there. Perfect, nice.
So now doing this unilateral carry, is some lean okay, no lean? What is the leeway and allowance that you allow with lean with doing this kind of exercise?
I would say the whole concept is to keep yourself upright and straight, right? So if you find yourself leaning, just regress the weight.
Yeah.
Like do a weight that you can do it properly. That's the key here, is that we're keeping this. You definitely don't want unwanted lateral flexion, especially under load. So if you're having, if you're got the ego going and you're grabbing a 50, 60 pound dumbbell and you're, walking, leaning like this, you're putting a lot of stress on that back.
Right.
So I would say just drop the weight, check the ego, and focus on the form.
Drop the weight, check the ego. There's a lot of things we can unpack with there, but we'll keep this on task. So from my point of view, also from a physical therapy point of view, the unilateral activities also help us see things in terms where we may have a strength asymmetry one side compared to another, right?
Sure.
If we're leaning one way, or if we're just doing the other way where we're rocking back and forth there and just not having that stability from a side to side type of way. So this can be, it is an exercise, but it's also a little bit of diagnosis to see, okay, we're not as strong in this lateral kind of motion. We need to work on some stability there. But once again, we got to check our ego at the door. Make sure we can do a weight that we can handle properly. But then also this is going to really prep us for Spartan race, Tough Mudder, as you're doing these activities where you have to carry a 75-pound sandbag or whatever they have you carry with these
Yeah.
activities, and making sure that we're prepared for these activities.
All right, so Hazira is going to pick this up yet again, and we're gonna show some compensations we might see in the gym. So, yep, and then we're gonna get into that walk, and you're gonna lean, kind of a little bit of a lean, and just not staying tight. And that's gonna happen when that weight gets a little bit too heavy for you. And you can even see it as she walks away from you. Keep that little bit of that lean. Just kind of dropping that shoulder, maybe kind of rushing through the movement a little bit, and then you can set it down. And it's just important. This is one of the things with this exercise is, while it is a grip strength exercise, it's also a posture reinforcement exercise. So if you go through this yet again, similar to the deadlift, if you go through something under load with improper technique, you're only gonna perpetuate that already pre-existing problem, right? So if you know you have kind of round shoulders, and then you get in the gym and you've been at work all day on the computer and you grab the heavy dumbbells and you're doing your carries like this, you're shortening that muscle and making it even rounder, right? So it's really important when you're in the gym to be doing things that are offsetting your daily lifestyle.
Exactly. One of the other common things that we see also is endurance with this. As we go along and say we're doing this for, I don't know, 2 minutes or so, and things start to crumble as time goes on here, making sure that we can maintain a good upright posture, good form over a period of time. Because yes, we can do it for one down and back. Fantastic, right? But let's extend that over a longer period of time to make sure that we're strong over a long period of time, and making sure that we're good with that too.
Absolutely.